I remember that night vividly, as if the memories are etched into my mind with a blade. It was a dark and moonless night, the kind that seems to swallow up every trace of light. I had been driving down a desolate, winding road that cut through a dense forest, with only the dim glow of my headlights to guide me. The trees loomed ominously on either side, their branches reaching out like skeletal fingers, as if they were trying to grab hold of me. As I navigated the twists and turns, a feeling of unease began to creep over me. It was the kind of unease that makes your skin prickle and your heart race, like you're being watched by something malevolent. I tried to shake off the feeling, attributing it to my overactive imagination, but the sensation only grew stronger, like a knot tightening in my stomach. I turned up the radio, hoping that the blaring music would drown out my escalating anxiety, but the staticky voices on the radio seemed to merge with the eerie rustling of leaves outside, creating a disconcerting symphony that sent shivers down my spine. Suddenly, my headlights flickered, plunging me into darkness for a split second before they flickered back on. My heart skipped a beat and I gripped the steering wheel tightly. I glanced at the dashboard, half expecting to see the fuel gauge plummeting to empty or some other mechanical failure. But everything seemed normal. I continued driving, my knuckles turning white from clutching the steering wheel so tightly. The road seemed to stretch on endlessly, each mile feeling longer than the last. My eyes darted around, searching for any signs of life or civilization, but all I could see were the looming trees and the inky blackness beyond. Then out of nowhere, a figure appeared in the middle of the road. I slammed on the brakes, my heart pounding in my chest. My breath caught in my throat as I realized that the figure was a woman, her tattered white dress billowing in the wind. She had long, disheveled hair that obscured her face, and she moved with an unnatural, jerky gait. I honked my horn, hoping to alert her to my presence and avoid hitting her, but she didn't react. She just continued to move toward me, her eyes hidden in the shadows. Panic surged through me and I threw the car into reverse, my tires screeching on the asphalt. I backed up quickly, my eyes locked on the woman in the road. But as I looked into the rearview mirror, my blood turned to ice. She was now standing right behind my car, her face inches from the glass. Her eyes were empty voids, devoid of any humanity, and her mouth stretched into a grotesque smile. I slammed my foot on the gas pedal, my car lurching forward. The woman let out a blood-curdling scream, a sound that seemed to pierce through the very fabric of reality. My heart raced as I sped down the road, the forest blurring past me in a frenzy. But no matter how fast I drove, the woman was always there, right behind me, her ghastly face pressed against the back window, her fingers clawing at the glass. I was trapped in a nightmare, a never-ending cycle of terror and desperation. As the night wore on, my vision blurred from exhaustion and fear. My car sputtered and groaned, its fuel gauge inching closer to empty. I knew I couldn't keep going much longer, but the thought of stopping, of facing that nightmarish figure again, was even more terrifying. Finally, just as the first rays of dawn began to break through the darkness, my car came to a shuddering halt. I had run out of fuel. I was stranded in the middle of nowhere with nowhere to run and no escape from the relentless pursuer that haunted my every step. I sat there, my breath ragged, my mind a whirlwind of terror and despair. And then, as suddenly as she had appeared, the woman was gone. The forest fell silent, the rustling leaves and eerie whispers vanishing into thin air. I was alone, surrounded by an empty stillness that was almost more unsettling than the horror that had come before. I stumbled out of the car, my legs shaky and weak. I looked around, half expecting the woman to reappear, but there was nothing. The road stretched out ahead of me, leading to an uncertain fate. As I walked, my mind replayed the events of the night, each step a painful reminder of the horrors I had endured. To this day, I can't shake the feeling that I escaped something truly malevolent that night, something that defied explanation or reason. The memory of that night haunts my dreams, a constant reminder that there are forces in this world that are beyond our understanding, lurking in the shadows, waiting to strike when we least expect it. If you found yourself captivated by this spine-chilling tale and hunger for more bone-chilling horror stories, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Your support fuels my creativity and encourages me to delve into more terrifying realms of storytelling. Drop a comment below and let me know which spine-tingling topic you'd like me to explore in my next horror story. Until then, stay brave and keep those lights on.